Well, have you heard the news, people? Apparently Ontario is really cracking down on these driving laws starting tomorrow. Unless you're watching it the day it happened, in which case, starting today. Well, I gotta admit, a lot of these rules do make a lot of sense, but I do see some problems. First off, distracted driving is being increased from $200 to almost $500 and 3 demerit points. Not to mention, drivers with a G1 or G2 license can lose their license on the spot. Jesus, that is steep! I mean, I understand the reason to crank it up like this, but to lose your license on the spot seems a bit much, I'm just saying. And the sad thing is, it doesn't matter if it was a $200 fine, a $500 fine, or a $5,000 fine. People are still gonna do it. Only now, if you get caught, your life is pretty much ruined. So is this really gonna get people to stop texting and driving? Maybe for about a week or so, but I guarantee it's gonna go right back to normal real quick. And honestly now, I just feel like we're going to be seeing this heading in the news a lot more. Man gets fined for texting and driving, kills himself immediately. I mean, think about it. You don't know what this guy's going through, and maybe he's working a 9-to-5 job and barely making enough money to pay rent and put food on the table. And now he loses his job because he can't make it to work on time anymore, all because he has to text his girlfriend back every 2 seconds. Relax, Irene. Just because it takes me more than 10 minutes to reply to you does not mean I'm cheating on you. How about you just calm your tits for about 5 seconds and trust me for once? From now on, drivers have to wait until pedestrians completely cross the road before they can make a turn or go through an intersection. And you know what? I'm actually fine with this rule, but on one condition. If it's illegal for us to text and drive, how about it's also illegal to text and cross the road? That seems to make sense, doesn't it? Unfortunately, no. You're gonna have to let the pedestrian cross the road with their head down. They do have the right of way, so if they feel like walking 2 miles a year and leaving a mean comment on Facebook while not paying attention to the road or what's happening around them, well, I guess you're gonna have to just let them do that. I get that they're trying to make the road safer, but can we not all do our part? If you're crossing the road, could you just keep your damn head up, please? I understand that you have the right of way, but if you get cleaned out by a Volvo and die, it doesn't really matter how in the right you were. I'm just saying, funeral, great day. 1 like equals 1 prayer, get to see tomorrow. It's all in the neck, it's not even hard. The passing cyclist rule. You now have to give cyclists at least 1 meter while passing them. And in normal circumstances, of course, I 100% agree with this. But really, all the time? Unfortunately, the majority of cyclists don't follow the rules whatsoever. Bike lane? What's that? Traffic? Let me just recklessly weave in between traffic going down Spadina. I got places to go and people to piss off. And of course, I know that not all bikers do this. But if you want respect as a driver, then respect the fact that a 2-ton car can literally end you in seconds. And trust me, you do not want any of that. And I will happily move over when it's possible to share the road. But if you're weaving in and out of traffic like it's Grand Theft Auto 5 out here, then it's pretty well fair game. The move over rule. Alright, so first of all, this is possibly the worst name ever for a rule. Like, they honestly couldn't think of anything better than that. Sounds like a 5-year-old came up with this rule, but that's besides the point. So anyways, you are required to slow down and move over if you see an emergency vehicle arresting or assisting a driver. And that totally makes sense. That's it. I don't have a joke for this one. You gotta be safe, okay? Alcohol and drugs. Those caught driving under the influence of drugs will now face the same penalties as a drunk driver. Now, I've been waiting for this law for a while, and it does make sense. If you're drunk or high and driving, you should face the punishment. It's impaired driving, right? However, I need to know, what was the punishment before this rule? You just get pulled over by a cop and he says to you, I saw you were swerving a bit back there. Have you had anything to drink tonight? No, but I'm high as shit. Okay, away you go then. And away he goes? What? Well, he wasn't drunk, so there's really nothing I could do. And I gotta say, on a more serious note, am I the only one that thinks that the real reason why this rule is coming into place is because marijuana is going to be legal soon and everyone's going to be just driving lit out of their mind? I'm just saying it seems like a money grab. But anyways, that is it for this video. And if you happen to live in Ontario and you do see this, as much as I'm making a joke of this, these are real. They will legitimately mess you up if you break any of these rules. If you did like this video, please be sure to share it with your friends, leave a like, leave a comment, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, wherever the kids are sharing it nowadays. Also, be sure to subscribe if you are new, and until next time, I will see you later. Peace. Conor McGregor's net worth before the fight was 34 million. And Floyd Mayweather's was over 300, was it 300 million?